So I'm trying out my new chest mount for my phone today, and I want to go for a walk. So hopefully it's not too shaky, but I'm sorry if it is. And I hope you get a good view. I don't know. I can adjust it a little bit. I think it'll take a little bit of practice, but today I just want to go collect some flowers. Yeah, it's springtime. It's the morning. It's a sunny day. Let's see if we can find any bright colors out in the forest. I could bring some scissors. I see a bunch of little yellow flowers I'm definitely gonna pick up on the way back. Besides that, it's a lot of grass, which is nice to see. So I don't see much of anything around besides some moss, a little bit of greenery, grass, and a lot of dead leaves. I see some white flowers over here. I'm not gonna pick those guys yet, they're not ready. This bush over here looks really cool. I love the moss in this tree too, so nice. There seems to be a lot of these. I feel like things are easier to identify from each other when there's no foliage around. This is kind of cool. I think this little greenery is really pretty. Oh my gosh, there's a skull there? That is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna be very careful. I am going to take the skull. It looks so pretty. That's an awesome find. Wow. Wow, look at those teeth and everything. That's so cool. Does anyone know what animal this is? It seems kind of big. That is so cool. What a treasure. That is a beautiful thing to see in nature. Wow. We'll definitely research this a little bit more later. What else can we find? Wow, that was a surprise. I've noticed that different parts of the forest grow different flowers, obviously. I noticed along the side of the road there were a lot of weeds and yellow daisies, and I see a bit more of those over there, and I didn't see that many of those inside the forest. So I'm gonna go pick some. Take some fresh cedar. Okay, so how do we get around this? I think we're just gonna go back over and then cross. So this is often used as an ATV trail. I can't even imagine an ATV going through this right now. I should just turn back, but those geese are so loud, I want to see them. Just crawling along the side here. Okay, there's lots of thorns out right now. Okay, I know the water gets way worse over there and my feet can't handle it, so I'm just gonna turn back now. Let's track back through this. Look, there's an overturned tree. So pretty here though. All these trees are just like bending for some reason. Maybe there's like a wind tunnel from these trees. I don't know how it works. Okay, I'm gonna get going. Okay, mud is slippery. Ouch. Thorns are prickly. Do you think this is a beaver skull? No, that's too small for a beaver, right? Those intense chompers though. That'd be awesome if this was a beaver. Oh shoot, why are you zoomed in? Have you been zoomed in this entire time? Do you feel like you're a first person like video game player? Real life video game. This is what VR will be. Once I got back from my walk, I wanted to preserve these things in silica gel as soon as possible because the longer you wait, the more the flowers will wilt, and I wanted to preserve them in their perfect shape. So I make some room by taking out these yellow roses that have been sitting in there for a couple weeks now. These turned out so beautiful. I can't wait to use them when the right project comes along. Make room for the daffodil and the little flowers that I found. And then I can start cleaning the skull with hydrogen peroxide. So I soaked the skull in hydrogen peroxide and brushed every inch of it with an old toothbrush. Not my current toothbrush, I promise. And I listened as the chemical dissolved the dirt and the first layer of the skull. Honestly, it became much cleaner, very bleached, and this was just soaking and cleaning the skull for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then I could wrap that up in a paper towel and let that dry. So I wanted to work on this project right away. I was so excited about this find, but I woke up the next morning and it had snowed quite a bit. Hopefully the last little glimpse of winter. So I bundled up inside and waited for the weather to pass. It was actually really interesting to see the movement of spring as the snow melted from my windshield. Seeing such a drastic change in a 24-hour period. Look how green my surrounding is. That's one perk of having just like a table that you can fold out. You can put it in the grass and the green. First, I'm gonna clean the mold, squirt in a little bit of hand sanitizer, and then scratch off all that old resin. The hand sanitizer is really great because it just helps clean it and it collects it all. And then it's really easy to just flick it off. Beat the devil out of the mold, as Bob Ross would say. Now that we have a shiny, glossy mold, we can pour the first layer. If it helps set the scene any better, I'm standing in a bunch of moss. Barefoot in the dirt and the cold, wet moss, which I find really comforting. Anyways, let's pour this before the wind starts up again. Okay, so this I can tell is already setting up really quickly because we're in such direct sunshine. Little sparks in there, just watching the light reflect off of the little bubbles popping, little fireworks. I have this beautiful cleaned skull. I'm gonna pick a really pretty flower to put on top. A small one though. Purple flower. This little guy. And put her on the opposite side. it's kind of cured already, so it actually allows me, I shouldn't play with it too much, but it allows me to position it in a different way than normal because it's a little gloopy. It's been really cold the past few days. It snowed. I guess I'll have footage in this video of the day it snowed, but it set me back on my resin. I really wanted to get it done on a sunny day, and today's the day. We're hitting high temperatures and it just feels so good. So even as we speak, this is firming up. I should get my next layer ready. I think the skull is so light that I can just place it in there and it won't sink or anything. So just in case this project doesn't turn out, let me admire how pretty this skull is first. These very yellow teeth that started to bleach away in the solution I had them in. It doesn't have its lower jaw, but it has all the cool stuff. Like, look at those teeth. Zigzaggy teeth. Sorry if this creeps anybody out, but I am so into it. Very cool. I think it's a rabbit or a hare. That's what Google seemed to think. Oh, thank God, perfect fit. I was just about to be concerned on what am I gonna do with this extra resin. But no, it all fits. This cured so quickly that we're gonna have some wrinkles on the side because it shrunk so fast. It's already loose, but I'm still excited. I think it looks really sick. Okay. So yeah, this definitely needs a top coat to fix all this. Waiting 24 hours after I put the top coat on the bottom of the mold, I unmolded it and it was gross. It was very sticky still, so I had to let it sit for a little bit longer, let the resin self-level and cure. I added a nice polish to it, used an X-Acto knife to cut away any of the excess resin. So I love that I added the flowers. Thank goodness I did. I was considering not adding flowers and I think it would look way too empty. Even in this case, I think it looks a little bit empty. I would have loved if I added a nice yellow flower in the background a little bit. I think that would fill it up completely. But besides that, I think it looks really good and it serves the purpose of being able to admire it closely, magnified, and every angle of it. There was an air bubble that appeared right in the middle of the nose, which I noticed straight away, but I don't really mind since this is just a piece for myself and to remember my visits and walks through this forest. Skulls and bones are apparently a lot easier to find just after the winter has passed, so early spring, and that's when I found it. So I'll keep my eyes out in the future for sure. I think this is a beautiful treasure from the forest, and I'm excited to have preserved it forever now. I never tried a skull in resin before, so I'm so excited that I got to try it finally. It's a beautiful organic material that deserves so much admiration.